it's time for another monthly meeting of the KELOLAND Living Book Club. We'll let you know our latest pick.
All aboard! We're telling you all about an upcoming KELOLAND on the road trip to Branson, Missouri, happening to give you an early start on the holidays.
And it's one of the last nights to prepare, so we're sharing some more back-to-school cooking and DIY goodness to get you ready.
And that's only the beginning. We're just getting started.
Hello and happy Wednesday. Welcome to KELOLAND Living. We're so glad you're joining us for the next hour. I'm Ashley Thompson.
And I'm Mitchell Olson. We've got a show that will brighten your day.
Yes, but we do have this sadness to begin with.
I know. We have to start with a very sad thing. I'm super sad about Dolly Parton.
We love Dolly Parton. We have one of our same favorite songs, Here We Go Again.
Yes.
We share that song.
Yes, in fact, that might even be her singing that song. That was a really good one. I had the chance to see her perform, and I saw her backstage at the Grammys once. And the thing that I noticed about her was that everybody that she talked to back there, she treated them like it was the first time anybody had come up to her and said, "Oh my gosh, you're Dolly Parton." Like, she really was so genuine and so kind, and it really showed.
Really beloved, I think, for a reason. And
Absolutely.
past the music. The music is wonderful, but
right. But she also, made light of herself too, and that I think people really, were able to embrace that with her.
Didn't you also apply for a job at Dollywood?
I did. When I was in college, I went all the way to Dollywood to audition to be a performer at Dollywood, and so that was an odd experience that I had to have too.
Yeah, but that is cool that you basically, I could say that I, via backstage at the Grammys, knew her.
Yes, that's a 6 degrees of separation kind of a thing, but yes, that's true. That guy that she's singing with there, he gave her her first start. That's how she kind of became a performer on his show, and then she branched off from him and kind of became her own performer. Her husband died in 2025 of March last year, in March, and so I was sad to hear that, and I do feel like she spent a lot of time with him in the last few months there, and so she was really devastated by that. And so maybe, if there's any kind of silver lining, maybe they're together now.
Yeah,
and yes.
She was, and I was, one of the things, I've known it now for a long time, but I remember being surprised to learn that didn't she write that Whitney Houston song?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't know that for quite a while.
She is quite a songwriter.
Right.
Jolene, like all those songs, she wrote them herself. Yeah.
All right, well, coming up, don't touch that remote. We'll be back in a living minute.
Grab a coffee, stretch your legs, and stick with us. We'll be right back.
This KELOLAND Living segment is sponsored by Souls Enterprises. When it comes to custom-built, string-reinforced tarps and reliable perimeter clamps, their quality is unmatched.
Souls Enterprises is a family-owned company in Brandon that specializes in outdoor grain storage, helping facilities across the country protect millions of bushels of grain.
They've recently developed an innovative product called Grip Line, a patented design that secures or seams flexible materials and appeals to a much broader audience.
Joining us today is Brandy Poland from Souls Enterprises.
She's here to tell us more about this local business with a niche market and their new tool that goes beyond grain. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
So first, let's start with your company, your broader company, and what you're doing.
Souls Enterprises has been around since 2007. We actually got our start with my dad, who had this idea to create a tarp install company, and he got my brother on board, who had just been he was graduating college at the time, and they really were a tarp install company for a decade, and we then grew beyond installations into building tarps to cover anything from sugar beets to the grain here locally, and then it's expanded. We're nationwide now, so we've covered a lot of grain and a lot of ground, and I never thought in a million years I'd be in the tarp business selling tarp, but here we are. It's a family thing.
Yeah. So we're even seeing some video of something being tarped right now, or I think we're looking at the strength of it.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the strength of our tarp and the grip line, which there's a teaser.
Okay. Yes. So what happened is the tarp eventually you can actually attach another tarp to it. Is that the idea? Is that where it came about? Yeah.
So our company has always been in favor of sewing the seams. So if you have a multi-piece cover system, sewing the seams is what works best for us. It's fastest, it's strongest. On this video here, you can see that they're pulling the tarp across, and then what we do is seam it there with the sewing machine. But
on site?
Yeah, on site. They're cordless sewing machines. They're a hot item. They're very popular.
Yeah.
But we've got a number of locations that either don't have sewing machines or are uncomfortable with that.
Okay.
Or run into issues with it. So we wanted a solution that was a little bit different. So some of our competitors offer a grommet and zip tie system, and we wanted to go beyond that. So that led us to this grip line.
Okay.
That,
I mean, it sounds like along the way, everything that you've done has been because you're out in the market and you're like, this isn't as good as it could be. Like, you weren't originally making tarps, but you probably thought we could do better tarps.
And that's the beauty of field experience.
Yeah.
When you're out in the field, you realize, well, we could have done this a little bit differently, or what if we designed it like this? And it allows us some more flexibility to be creative.
Okay, and so then enter the grip line.
Enter grip line.
Tell us how this works.
So this system is a channel and insert where essentially, if you've got two flexible pieces of material, you put the two pieces right here, lay it through the channel, and then the insert clips in there. And what happens then is there's this pull. It's a torsional force that's going to lock it in place. And it is remarkably strong. Like that video showed, strong enough to pick up our 1-ton pickup.
Yes.
I think it's 820 pounds of holding force per foot, so very, very strong when it comes to seaming materials. But beyond that, then we realized, well, we could use this as a ballast. So at the bottom of the grain pile, because that's the world we live in, there's a batten board where you would nail the boards on top of the tarp onto a board that's underneath. Well, instead of using nails and screws, we thought, why not put this there and then clamp that in? And it has just completely taken off. So that's been really fun for us in our industry.
But then you can take it farther.
We took it beyond. We went to a trade show called like a textiles expo, and we presented this there, and they were like, well, wait a minute, we could maybe do that.
Okay, and so but they said that might be too big for some of the applications.
Yeah, that was the problem. Like this is pretty big. It's heavy duty. It's industrial, and we thought, well, like maybe we could come up with a smaller version. When we looked online, so this is the smaller version. When we looked online for something comparable, a lot of the clips that show up are just small. They're small, where you either twist the clip into the material or it's got like teeth on it to grip it. So this is again different. There's no teeth here.
A little bit. So now you're going to show us how this works here. What are we looking at here? This is just a demonstration.
This is show and tell. This is not for sale. Okay. So we'll clamp the tarp. This is our material, by the way. So like the string reinforced. You can see the string reinforcement in there.
I see that.
Kind of makes a little bit more sense when you can actually see it. So clamp it in. Usually, I'm going to give it a little better grip here. Usually you can do it with just your hands, but with the more industrial one, you might need like a
tool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you do if you're me.
Okay.
So then, go ahead.
Okay, so you're going to ratchet it up. And now every time...
We'll turn this on too. Sorry, I forgot.
That's all right. And that's going to show how many pounds we're...
Yep. And there you go.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay.
And I can see on the side with the other.
Oh, wow. Yep.
And they'll just all come apart.
Wow.
Yeah. But yours is staying perfectly in place.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
And so applications for people, you even said you use it to string up a hammock.
Yeah. We were like testing all the things because the clip is, in our world of grain, we have certain uses that are very specific to us. But when we think beyond that, and the Textiles Expo helped us shed light on some of those other opportunities, the opportunities are kind of endless. So at the office, we took our little mini grip line and our material. We've got a giant shelf, and we clipped the 4 mini grip lines in the corners, put our material there, and we have a hammock that can hold up to 800 pounds, so we can like all pile on.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I
And I'm
love
sure
that.
a lot of people watching are thinking of their own life and their own applications, and
Yeah.
so that's why that is available or will be available.
Yeah, it'll be available on Amazon. Of course, if they're interested now, it's because it's not on Amazon yet, but if they're interested now, just soulsenterprises.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, what we're kind of thinking is the opportunities are endless. If you are recreational, you like to camp, you could probably
find reasons to
yes,
use it. Okay.
we've
So
used it
many
as a chip bag clip.
Yeah.
Like
That'll
seriously,
keep it
it just
close.
is. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
thank you so
thank
much
you.
for being here.
This is
Yeah.
really
Thank you so
interesting.
much.
Yes.
With 20 years in the ag industry, Souls Enterprises is the pro in protecting grain commodities. You may have seen their custom covers while passing local grain elevators without even realizing it. In addition to tarps, they also sell Grip Line, a new clamping tool with seemingly unlimited uses that appeals to a broader audience.
To learn more about Souls Enterprises, tarps, or Grip Line, contact them at 605-582-2220. Visit them at 1901 North Walnut Avenue in Brandon, or go online to soulsenterprises.com.
This KELOLAND Living segment has been sponsored by Souls Enterprises. When it comes to custom-built, string-reinforced tarps and reliable perimeter clamps, their quality is unmatched.
Still ahead, more inspiration, more style, and more reasons to smile.
Don't go anywhere.
If you're looking for a page turner to add to your reading list, our KELOLAND Living Book Club has you covered.
This month's featured novel is The God of the Woods, a gripping mystery that blends family secret, suspense, and a disappearance that keeps readers guessing until the very end.
Siouxland Library's library associate Kara Vihar and supervising librarian Lucy Steiger are here to discuss the most recent read for the KELOLAND Living Book Club.
Whether you've already finished the book or are just curious about the buzz, we're diving into what makes this one such a compelling read.
And stick around, because before we wrap up, we'll also reveal our book club pick for next month. You won't want to miss that. Thanks for being here, both of you.
I
Another
really liked
good
it.
one, yes.
You finally got my endorsement.
Well, good, because this is like the book of the year for a book of the month club.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
It did,
Okay.
yeah.
It's really good.
Wow.
It's got a lot of characters.
Yes.
A lot of
Yes.
characters.
And it goes through different time frames, and it goes back and forth, and it all takes place kind of around some central family
Yes.
in a camp.
Yep.
But the author does a really good job of planting a lot of ways it could go.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
For a
Yes.
very long time, you're like,
Very
what?
much like I didn't even try to guess what was happening because I'm
No.
just like I'm just gonna enjoy it and read
Right.
it.
Right.
I do like how she, because of the different years though, in each chapter it
Yeah.
shows you the year and it has a timeline.
Yep.
Yes.
So you can kind of remember
Yes.
like, where am I in the story, so you're
Yes.
not totally confused.
It has that timeline,
Yeah.
and then it highlights one of them to show you we're on this time, this time
Right.
frame, and so it is really clear about that. I did like that a lot, and I also appreciated that there were really from the get-go 2 mysteries that needed to be solved here,
Yes.
and so when one was eventually solved, we still had that second one where it's
Yeah.
like, well, what happened to
Barbara.
that? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was kind of intriguing too, because it really kept my attention all the way to the bitter end. Like it didn't take me long to plow through this book.
Pretty much wraps up in the last like 2 chapters.
It does.
Yep.
How it ties all of the stories together. Because
It
as
really
you're reading,
does.
it's like, well, how does this deal with anything with this?
Right.
But it all just, it's
Now-
great.
It really does, yeah.
I found an interesting theme that kept coming up and said by different characters is the generational wealth sort of issue. I mean, and early on, the sister says to her, like, have you ever worried that being born into money has stunted us? Have you wondered if having all of our material needs met from birth has been a positive aspect for our lives? It seems like it may have resulted in some absence of yearning or striving in us. Because everything was conquered and
Right.
quested before us, we don't have that. And later in the book, another character says the same thing, where they're like,
They have no
if
ambition, the following generations.
yeah.
Yeah.
He says, have you ever noticed that the next generation is always less intelligent or less driven?
Well, and I was telling Lucy, I expected like this great thriller, like just like page turning all the time. And I said, really, it's about gender
Yeah.
and class.
Yeah. Yep.
Because a lot of the story is even told through the woman's perspective.
Right.
I mean, there's only 3 males that get short chapters, and
Yeah.
they're kind of in there to sort of.
You're right.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's told
Yeah.
about women.
Being
And-
held down.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
I mean,
right.
This is just the most tragic
Alice,
character.
and then you don't even know what
Yes.
happens to her.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Ends her
Okay.
days in a drugged haze.
Yeah.
Right.
And alcohol and just
Yep.
because she can't live up to the standard that they expect of her.
And as
Yeah.
they sort of
Yeah.
set up
And
this,
that really helped it because I did not suspect, how it was going to unravel, but that really did help solidify, her character. I thought it was going to go a different direction, but I really enjoyed how they did that. It was, really well
Yeah.
done.
and within this theme of like not being able to escape sort of the tragedies of generational wealth, you do see someone escaping kind of in a way.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
really cool.
they
It'd be
sort of-
interesting just if there's like a little epilogue for like 10 years later.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd like to know,
that would be
right?
nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Where is Liz Moore?
Yes.
Yeah.
She has. I've seen she's written a lot of really great books,
other books,
outside
Yeah.
of that
And
too.
I was looking just before we came in that her Long Bright River was the Good Morning America Book Club pick and one of Barack Obama's favorite books of 2020.
Yeah, so that made me want to read that one pretty bad.
Me too. Yeah.
So and I do like how she writes. It's really easy to read. This wasn't like a difficult page turner. It was a real good page turner. I liked every
Short
second of it.
chapters.
Short
Short
chapters.
chapters.
Yep. And they did plant that serial killer in there, and I thought for sure he would have something to do with it. But really, he did answer some questions, but
He did.
he wasn't part of the murdering
No.
or anything like that.
Well, I read it in 2 days.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so that's a page turner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also left it till the last 2 days. So
Yeah, of course. Like
required of me,
usual.
but but really good. Now let's get into the book that we're going to be doing next. This is
Yes.
great, though. I highly recommend.
Yeah.
Yes. Lessons in Chemistry.
Yep, by Barney
Okay.
Garmus. So
Yes.
this was super popular 3-4 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it first came out, I think.
She's a scientist.
Yes, she's a scientist.
Yep.
And there's also a lot of like gender inequality,
Yep.
Yeah.
misogyny, because it takes place in the 50s and 60s.
I
Yeah.
believe so,
And she's
yes.
a scientist. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
When women
Oh,
were
yeah.
not in science.
Right.
And it's just be warned, I think there are chapters in here from the dog's perspective.
From the dogs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, he has a voice. And
I
it's kind
see.
of fun.
Yeah.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah, the dog's name is 6:30 because she
Yes.
finds him at
6:30
6:30 p.m.
Okay.
Very literal.
Okay.
Yes, very literal.
This was turned into a TV show that I did see the show, but I was always really interested in reading the book because I know they're always quite different. So
And she's got a new book coming out. I think it's Beck and Beck.
okay.
Peck and Peck.
Peck and Peck?
Yes, I just put it on hold because
Yes.
I found out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds really interesting. Now, I've read the book, but it was when it came out, so it'll be interesting to read it
Yeah.
from a new perspective. And for us, we always enjoy things that are a little inside baseball. And
Yes.
so the fact that she kind of develops a cooking show, and we know what that's like.
Yep. Sure do.
Yeah, this story just
right.
goes all over the place.
Did you notice that
Something about food.
her actual dog is named 99?
No.
The author,
Why is
The author's dog is named is
she
99.
lives, in London with her husband and her dog, 99.
Is there something in here about like catching something on fire? No, that was the library book. Different book club book that we
Yeah.
did
Oh,
together.
yeah. That was a good one though too. That was a good one. Yep.
But this is it's a good reminder too that if you didn't get a chance, if you heard a lot of buzz about something and didn't get a chance to read it, it was always maybe on hold for a long time in the
Yes.
library.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it's always good to check back at what was the bestseller a few years ago.
Yes.
because-
I mean, and it's still checking out. Like, there's still a hold list, short one, but
Okay.
Okay.
it's not as bad as it was before.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good. We're excited to read it,
Yeah,
and
it's
thank
fun.
you for the God of the Woods because
Yeah, that
that
was
is like my
great.
new favorite.
They're
I mean,
making
I
that into
loved
a
it.
Netflix show.
I bet.
That's right.
About
That's
time.
right.
I'm
Yeah.
Good. That'll be good.
Yeah, that's a really good story with
All
some really
right.
great character arcs.
Yeah.
Oh, all
Yep.
right.
Well, thank you both.
Thanks for
Yeah,
being here.
thank
Yes.
No problem.
KLL continues with more Lifestyle to Love right after the break.
Stay with us. This KELOLAND Living segment is sponsored by KELOLAND on the Road, inviting you to join us as we explore beautiful Branson, Missouri, November 9th through the 13th.
Looking for a getaway packed with live entertainment, beautiful scenery, great food, and unforgettable attractions?
The KELOLAND on the Road bus trip to Branson, Missouri is your chance to experience one of the Midwest's favorite vacation destinations without the hassle of planning or driving.
We're being joined today by KELOLAND's Brian Karstens and KELOLAND travel host Paul Farmer, who will be leading the tour, which takes place in November.
From world-class shows to exciting attractions and plenty of fun along the way, spots are limited and they're filling fast. Brian and Paul are here to tell us why you'll want to reserve your seat on the bus today. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Great to be here.
Well, this is exciting to be going to Branson. Tell us a little bit bit about the ways that this trip offers an opportunity for people to see the places that they want to see and experience it without having to do the planning and the driving and all the things?
Well, it's as all-inclusive as you can get on a bus trip, right? So we're going to do the driving.
You are?
Well, I don't think people want me to do that.
Okay, yeah, but we're taking
But
care
there
of
will be a
it.
professional bus driver on the motor coach, and he or she, I don't know who it is,
Yep.
but
Yeah, we'll find
the
out.
driver will get us there. We don't have to think about anything on the way down. We can just have fun, enjoy ourselves, relax, sit back. You can take a nap, you can watch a movie, we can play bingo, whatever you want to do on the way down there. And hotels all taken care of, and whatever you want to do on the way down, we're going to have a great time. And then all the tickets are all taken care of, so we got all the shows planned out, so it's no worry, no hassle trip.
That's
Okay.
right. And I've been on trips like this. It's a great. You're in a big luxury bus, and you're right. You can watch movies, all kinds of fun things on the bus. But also, all of the food destinations are already picked out for you on the way there. They have everything lined up and ready for you. It's beautiful.
Isn't that nice? The itinerary is planned and all the shows, and it just takes a lot of that worry or what you're, here's what we're going to do. And so that'll be, a lot of fun. I've not been to Branson, by the way, so this is going to be new for me too.
But tell us about the lure of Branson, maybe. I mean, now is your mom coming with you because she's
So here's the story. So originally we were talking, my wife and I were like, okay, what does mid-November look like? Well, she's right now a little preoccupied as a nursing student at USF. So I'm like, well, my mom knows a lot about Branson, and she would love to go.
Yeah.
So that's the plan right now. So she'll be along, and then some other folks that I know it's filling up. So there's still some time, but it's going to be a fun trip.
Yeah. There's a lot of really great entertainment opportunities along the way too, including not only shows but even museums to see there.
Yeah, there's a Titanic museum that we're going to go to, and it's like a half-size replica of the ship.
Really?
There's period costumes. You're going to find out all kinds of things about the Titanic. There'll be artifacts. This was like put together by the people that discovered the wreckage and so forth of the Titanic. So that'll be a very interesting thing. I've been to the one in Belfast, the Titanic Museum. So this is going to be interesting for me. The Lost Canyon Cave and Tour. That's going to be there. You can see a little scenery there. Dolly Parton's, of course, we remember Dolly Parton today and always, but we'll be going to her Stampede dinner show, which is really exciting. These are all Christmas-themed shows, too, so we're going to get a taste of the Christmas season.
Right, get excited for Christmas.
Yeah, lots of Christmas, so it'll be a fun time.
And by the way, at this time in November, our weather might not be so great. You know that. It could be, it could not be. But Branson's probably pretty lovely.
Well, we're going to assume it's going to be warmer and lovely, and I'm along, so maybe can I help on that?
Are you going to give like a weather forecast every 5 minutes on the way down?
Well, that can be arranged if needed. Let's hope we'll be hoping for the best. But yeah, it's going to be a lot to do, but also there's some downtime in there too, built in on purpose. So there's some time to rest in between some of these things, which I love because it gets people time to regroup a little bit for evening things versus afternoon. So,
but there's also a microphone on the bus, so Paul, you'll be able to tell some stories and some jokes.
Absolutely. My stand-up routine is coming out.
Finally, your ship has arrived.
Right.
That's right. 8 hours of a captive audience. You can't leave, people.
We've been able to experience some of that ourselves, and we got to tell you, you're getting a deal, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Or
one of the things that I think we've all experienced on different trips through KELOLAND is that you make a lot of new friends that probably have some similar shared interests with you because they're on the same trip, and that can be a fun way to kind of have a new network of traveling buddies.
Yeah, well, you're all going as a group to these shows, and you're together a lot, and I know you're going to meet people and have a lot of fun, and bring back some memories and maybe some lifelong friends that you'll meet along the way.
Right. You'll even explore, Branson's beautiful Ozark scenery, which is really nice to see all that.
so pretty, a lot of, and then we add in the cave tour, things like that. It's just going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, shopping. Even.
Yeah, and speaking of that kind of thing, since it's Christmas and it's the Christmas spirit, it's a good time to maybe get a head start in a different community, bring back souvenirs as Christmas gifts and stuff.
I'm sure there'll be some of that because In fact, we've actually been the recipients of things from Branson for Christmas before from some of our friends, and it's like, wow, you found this, and this is so cool. And yeah, all those shops and neat things to see and do.
Yeah.
It tends to be a place that brings people back, is what I get the feeling of from people who go.
A lot of people, yeah, love to go back.
And when I did a little internet searching, there's this Branson TV channel or Branson Visitor TV channel or something. And so I'm watching it, and one of the ads was for Dick's 5 and 10 store. So it's the old Ben Franklin.
I've
That's
heard
a
of
famous
that.
Dick's
Yes.
5 and 10 store.
Okay.
Isn't that a big? I've heard.
Evidently, it's a
huge.
big store, and it's all kind of like old-fashioned shopping experience.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
and there's also one that was just got me by the names because it's called Jiggle and George's.
And what do they sell it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You didn't look any further. You stopped looking. That is great.
But it was an ad on the Branson TV
Yes.
channel online. So
Okay.
And when was the last time you were in Branson?
I was like 7 or 8 years old. We went down for a family trip because my
Okay.
dad's family was actually from southeastern Missouri, down West Plains, Willow Springs, Pomona area, which is just east of Branson. So I think things have changed since 1968. Probably. We were at Silver Dollar City, and I'm sure that's probably changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is that an amusement park?
It is,
That was
yeah.
what we were looking
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, we saw a little
okay,
bit of that,
looks
too.
like a lot of fun. We like a good amusement
Yeah,
park.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
And you're traveling with KELOLAND viewers, you know. People from this area love Branson, Missouri, so this is going to be a great trip.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So hop on the bus with us.
Yeah, you've got a slogan
you got
even. Hop
slogans
on the
and
bus with us. You guys are going to have a whole traveling act by the time you come
Oh,
back.
we are.
Yeah.
Some stories, I'm
You're
sure.
going to go on the road together.
You be my straight man.
I'll try. All right, I'll brush up.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the video of your act at Jiggle and George's.
Yes.
That's going to be fun. Thanks.
You need to look that up.
Thanks for being here, you guys.
Yes, thank you both. If Branson has been on your travel bucket list, now is the time to make plans to go. The upcoming KELOLAND on the road trip offers a fun, worry-free getaway filled with great entertainment, scenic attractions, and plenty of opportunities to make memories with fellow travelers.
For more information or to reserve your spot, visit KELOLAND.com to download an application or call us at 605-336-1100 for more information. Space is limited, so don't wait to secure your seat for this exciting Branson adventure.
This KELOLAND Living segment has been sponsored by KELOLAND on the Road, inviting you to join us as we explore beautiful Branson, Missouri, November 9th through the 13th.
Stick around. We've got some simple ways to make everyday life a little better.
Don't miss it.
Back to school mornings can get quite chaotic, but your breakfast doesn't have to be complicated. And what better way to simplify your morning meals than to prep them?
Today we're showing you how to make zucchini waffles that you can refrigerate or freeze to have ready at a moment's notice. And the best part, it's a delicious way to sneak in some extra vegetables for all of those picky eaters out there.
Yeah, and I
That's
don't know if
true.
it's that sneaky, but
Yeah.
okay, so we started with a 2/3 cup of water, and we're going to do the pancake mix, waffle mix way, because you could just do your own recipe, but I don't think we need to.
Yeah.
So do you want to get a cup of that mix out?
Sure.
And then, well, the pièce de résistance here, or as you like to say, the piece of
resistance
is a zucchini, and I have mine from my garden, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I'm going to use this handy-dandy spiralizer.
So put it in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can start mixing that up. I might need to borrow your knife because...
Sure. There you go. And so this is just regular pancake batter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, let's see, I gotta get a little of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm struggling.
What?
Get this cut. Why is this so hard?
I don't know. Is it a zucchini from your garden, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you get it cut down?
Have you had your zucchinis from your garden before?
This is the first one.
This is the first.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
Oh man, what is going on?
Yeah. Thank you.
It's like a waxy.
That's exactly what I thought to myself.
I don't know how that's going to work.
Okay.
Let's see. And the spiralizer was doing a little bit, wasn't
Well,
it?
it was, but here's the problem. It was too big, so I was trying to cut some of it off.
Oh, well, can
Now-
I see the spiralizer? Because maybe my carrots will work in there.
Yeah, but it's zucchini waffles. I guess it could be carrot waffles. What has happened? Has anybody ever... Has anybody ever had such a problem with this? I don't know. Okay, well, put that in, I guess. Put them in the, you got.
I know, I was getting the skins off.
Yeah, I know, I always think about that. So I guess these are gonna be carrot waffles because what's wrong with the zucchini?
Yeah, what is wrong? We don't
I have no
even
idea.
know.
I do not know that. Okay, but we also need about a tablespoon of oil and an egg. Now,
Oh, we're getting some extra
Derek's got
knives.
some
That
extra
might help.
knives. Now, but I don't know, like, what has gone wrong?
We do not know. Yeah, that's a weird, that's, I've never seen that happen before.
Okay, let's try this.
Okay. All right, well, this is working.
Okay, do you want to put any of the, try, I got the small end for you now.
I see.
Because that did work. Thanks, Derek.
So you do it like this, you think? Oh, boy.
What
I don't know if
happened?
we want those in there. Like, the outsides of it is, like, really tough.
Okay, so get through that.
Okay.
Do you think it's not good? Maybe it's just carrot waffles. We're making a mess. Here,
Maybe.
but
You try, get a little bit of that and try it.
no,
What's that
I don't
oil
want to
for?
try it. You need to put about a tablespoon of oil into the thing. Just eyeball it.
In here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get some of that hard zucchini stuff.
Something's wrong with that zucchini.
Let me have this again.
And I don't know what, but I'm going to be calling up. So actually, like, so I picked, maybe that's not a zucchini.
Yeah, maybe you didn't grow zucchini.
I don't know, but anyway,
Okay.
just get that in there, and then, yeah, or maybe move the bowl closer, and I can add these other ingredients.
Okay.
But yeah, well, so I got this plant from my friend Sabrina Meyer Henry's son Max, and he had gone to town with a whole bunch of things, and I picked up all kinds of things. And I'll tell you what. Now, also, I made what I thought. I got a banana pepper plant from him, and those turned into some strange peppers too. So I don't know if it's some kind of science experiment he's running. Can I put this egg in?
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
But something's going on.
Something is going on for sure.
Something is going on with this stuff here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you've got that, and mix
Got
it all
it.
together. And then I
Yeah.
also wanted to add a little bit of allspice to it.
Okay.
So it's kind of getting a little bit of that like pumpkin breadish carrot,
Sure.
carrot cake vibes.
I see what you're going for.
Carrot
There you
cake pancake
go.
vibes. Okay.
Carrot cake pancake vibes. Okay.
And then let's get one of those puppies in there.
Let's do it.
I said kind of as a joke, like, well, this isn't really a Willet waffle stitch because it's got, it was so, we thought it'd be
boy.
so cut and dry. And
Yeah.
it wasn't at all, apparently.
Nope.
Okay, get that in there.
Wow. Yeah, this is more of a Willet waffle.
Unbeknownst to us.
Right.
Okay, shut that puppy down.
Let's go ahead and shut this.
Yeah,
And turn it.
I would like to know what this is. And the banana peppers weren't banana peppers either. It was like a big pepper.
Okay.
So,
I don't know
and he
what.
started them all from seeds.
Oh, really?
And he's like a really smart guy. So
Why
I
don't
feel
you
like
cut
he's
a
like,
piece off and eat it?
well, you don't eat zucchini raw.
I know, but wouldn't you be able to tell if it was like okay? Like a rabbit, just chew on the end of it.
And you know, I open things like a rabbit. I eat like a rabbit. I have no idea what a raw zucchini is supposed to taste like.
Okay. Yeah. But, I mean, that's weird that was like so hard. The skin feels like literal, like styrofoam, no, Teflon.
I'm gonna do some investigating. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna phone a friend here and find out what is going
Get
on.
to the bottom of your
because this
zucchini
is like
problem.
a mystery. I mean, I might have a special kind of plant that I didn't know I had. Now,
Yeah, that's true.
how is that going? So
Well,
it takes a while, right?
Yeah, in our last 30 seconds, we could peek at it, but
It's usually a bad idea.
that's usually a bad idea. Yeah, it's probably not been in there for long enough, so we will probably wait on
we can
this.
show you how that turns out at the end of the show, I suppose.
Yeah.
That got us really. Now that light's working now.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Look at that!
Oh my! Now should we?
Wow. I was not
Should we
expecting
taste
that
it?
to actually work. Okay, let's go for it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
well,
like
it tastes like waffle.
The ingredients, yeah. Stay tuned. There's plenty more KELOLAND Living to come right after this.
Stay with us.
Back to school means more school spirit, and more school spirit requires you to represent wherever you go. And what do you see everyone walking around with today? Water bottles.
So today we're going to show you how to make a cool and custom keychain for your water bottle using your school colors to make your bottle more unique to you.
Yes, that's right. Now, I happen to be one of those people who carries a water bottle everywhere.
You do, and well, you try to, but you also leave it everywhere.
I do leave it a lot of places, which reminds me I should buy an extra just in case. But I made this chain this morning when I got here this morning, and it has my initials. I also have my school colors on there, or SDSU colors on there.
Right.
So it is. These things are really expensive if you go to buy something like this, a water bottle charm. In the store, they're like $10-20, but we decided we could make it just as easy, and that's what we're going to do.
Okay, so how do you get started? I can't see it that well.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to?
I want to see did you loop them all separate?
So
tell me how you did it.
I did. Well, now, so you're going to want to have something like this, which you have one of those already.
Yeah, I do both of them, yeah.
And you're going to want to start by attaching it to that particular, fastener, whatever it is.
Okay.
Like if it's going to be this clip
Yeah.
or a circle or whatever. And you can, there are fancier ways of tying it on instead of just doing a double knot.
Yeah.
But I did the double knot and then I cut off the end, and even I brought the lighter if we needed to
fuse it.
To fuse it a little bit. You can do that.
Okay.
But the idea is just to get at least a piece of it onto your, what is this called? The clasp for this carabiner type thing?
Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Okay.
So get that, you got it on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we can kind of choose from all of our different colors that we have here. Now you can do your school colors. You can do like your sporting colors, your favorite sports team.
Your sporting colors. Well, that shows you what we know.
Exactly.
Well, in this situation, it turns out that your favorite color being blue serves me well.
Yes.
Because that's, my kids go to, Lincoln, like Ava's at Lincoln, and eventually they all will go there. And the Lincoln Patriots are like a baby blue and, or I think it might be called cornflower blue and red.
Oh, okay. That does work out then, because
it works out because that's exactly what you have, right?
Yes. Now, the other thing I was going to say, when it comes to you can color your sports team and then put it on your water bottle when you go to the games and whatnot.
You're right.
I was watching a documentary last night about. Did you ever hear of the football player Vince Young? No, I didn't either.
I think it rings a bell, but
it was a fascinating documentary actually about his career. So I learned a lot about football last night, more than I thought I ever would.
Okay, what's a flea flicker?
A flea flicker it's a certain toss, right? Where you're like faking them out or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We learned once. Where's Ian when you needed him, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so when you were looking online at these that are quite trendy these days, what were you finding?
I was finding a lot of names or initials.
Okay.
So that's why these letters will come in really helpful.
Okay.
I was also seeing a lot of glittery, shiny things. So I so I got some of these too, which I put on mine as well. But
okay, now are those beads?
Well, they're like a bead. They have a circle through it, but and it kind of looks like a bead, but it's more like just like a little glass mirror type thing.
Okay. Now, I was just thinking to myself, as I put these letters on, do I need to go one way or the other so that it reads the right direction?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good thing about Ava's name. It's Ava either way.
You are right. That is a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so then is there any secrets to
thing,
how long it needs to be?
I mean, long enough so that you can, when you clip it to the bottle or when you hang it on the bottle, it's not dragging on the ground. Like another thing that kids were using these for were, just to be able to identify which water bottles are theirs, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of it too. But initials, shiny things, and school colors were by far the biggest trends that I saw. And the other thing that I noticed was they each had about three to maybe four strands from them. So that also seems to be kind of a theme, not just one strand, but a couple.
And then how do you finish her off?
So you're going to want to tie a knot, and when you're using that one, that'll be a little bit tougher because you're going to want to get a bigger knot in there. But you could even put something there you could put one of these on the end.
One of what?
Here, I'll give you the right color and everything, because I think this would be the right color.
Okay.
You could put one of these on the end, and then it'll just take one knot, and then it'll be fine.
Okay.
Because the other ones that you have there are a little bit too thick.
Yes,
so,
you're right. Okay.
Yeah, the only trouble I was coming in across was, the actual string to use. Some people were using like stretchier string. Some people were using just literal string, but otherwise, I also saw some using some different wire. We have some copper wire here and a few other wire sources too. So I used some of those too. But so yeah, you're going to build it up and then knot the bottom. And then you can attach it to your mug.
Wow, this is going great for me, and I think so. I was also thinking about taking some of these cords and doing one line that was more of a braid. What do you think about that?
Ooh, yeah, that's a great idea. I can help you braid if you want.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's a two-handed thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think?
I've done this. I'm just going to add it to my thing here.
Okay. You've got a whole nother one to add.
Yep,
you were getting some real eyeballs on that sucker today.
Yeah, that's right. I even had our HR guy was checking this out. He loved it.
Yeah. You're not going to go anywhere and be unnoticed. And by the way,
it's an eye catcher.
The fact that you consistently leave that behind might be solved by that.
You're right. Nobody will want it.
Well, no, you'll also catch your eye.
I know.
They'll be like, that's my water bottle.
That's a good point.
So now we should probably do that Bernie thing on this one, right?
Yeah. It will need it.
Okay.
And we can tie that off and burn that during our commercial.
Okay, well, let's do that.
All right, well, what's next?
You'll have to stick around to find out.
Yeah, that's right. We will be right back.
Back to school season is coming and we could all use a little help.
Ashley Howard and Alyssa Bergamini are standing by with 4 products to help make your back to school transition easier at the best prices in this week's epic discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Alyssa Bergamini.
And I'm Ashley Howard. We are here to help you save big. So I need you to scan that QR code on your screen before we get started because we got some good stuff coming up. Okay, now this back to school season, more parents are tucking away Apple AirTags into backpacks, lunch boxes, and shoe insoles. And I support this 1,000,000% because with schools cracking down on cell phones, parents are doing what they can to keep track and monitor their children. These pair easily to an iPhone, iPad, and now Apple Watch.
And if you're traveling soon, drop one of these in your checked luggage to give you some peace of mind. I always do this, especially when flights are delayed or you have a tight layover. Next up, nothing slows down a student like a slow laptop. High schoolers and college students rack up years worth of projects, papers, and presentations. A portable hard drive is a great way to back up those important files.
Yes, and if you create lots of videos or digital art, avoid taking up space on your personal laptop and easily store them on this drive instead. More storage, more speed, one less thing to worry about. Next up, let's talk about this Dyson Airwrap ID multi-styler and dryer. It includes 6 attachments, a conical barrel, tapered barrel, dryer and flyaway attachment, large round volumizing brush, soft smoothing brush, and fast dryer attachment. And the best part, it stores in this beautiful case.
Actually, I have this at home. I simply love it.
I love it too, just looking at it.
And it won't take up space in your dorm room. And it's easy to fit 1 or 2 attachments in your luggage as well. And last but not least, we have the Best Way Sleep Support Air Mattress. Believe it or not, the holidays are closer than you think. And that means family coming into town or maybe your college kids' friends crashing for the weekend. Don't wait until the last minute to get your home ready.
It has a built-in air pump and inflates in 3 minutes. When you're done, just deflate, fold, and store away. All right, let's take one last look at today's products, helping you save money.
Head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan that QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
To see these deals and more, head on over to KELOLAND.com and click on the Marketplace tab.
Just look for epic discounts to get the look at the latest deals. Well, we hope that you had as much fun as we did over the past hour. From our home to yours, thanks for joining us.
Until next time, keep living your best life in KELOLAND. Content segments during KELOLAND Living were paid for by the following: Souls Enterprises.
And KELOLAND on the road, traveling to Branson, Missouri in November.
KELOLAND Living set furniture is provided by Billy Arthur Design Studio in Sioux Falls. From timeless classics to modern statements, Billy Arthur Design's curated selection ensures that every piece is not only beautiful, but also of highest quality. The premium flower arrangements that beautify the KELOLAND Living set each week are provided by the Flower Mill in Sioux Falls, helping you honor life's special moments since 2006.